In business, there's no room for guesswork. Every shipment matters. Every deadline counts. When you're trying to keep operations running smoothly, the last thing you need is uncertainty. That's why reliability is at the core of USPS Ground Advantage. From the moment your package is first scanned in, it moves through a secure nationwide network, aiding in a timely and accurate delivery. You get near real-time tracking so you can keep up with your shipments. And with affordable upfront pricing, there are no hidden fees or surprise surcharges to throw off your cost sheets. It all adds up to predictable deliveries you can depend on. Because knowing your logistics are handled lets you focus on everything else: your customers, your team, and the future you're building. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to start shipping with confidence. USPS, official shipping sponsor of the NHL.
Follow the money. That's what I always say. You always follow the money.
Yeah. This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Pauly Howard on VSiN.
Thanks for checking in, watching as always on YouTube TV, listening on SiriusXM channel 158, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, or any of our great affiliates across the country. Coming up in this hour, Derek Stevens, his weekly Tuesday spot with us in a half an hour. It's over.
Oh, it's over.
There you go.
Wow.
The 0-0 detector was out the entire time. Mike Palm had a huge bet on the under when he joined the show 90 minutes ago. It cashes.
Draw plus 650. Here we go again. We're back up to like 29 units, I think, now.
Sure.
30 units. Wow.
And the 0-0 was 16-1.
0-0,
okay.
16. Yeah, it's Circa.
Look.
I think DK had better numbers, but, yep. 0-0 comes in.
Here's what I'm going to ask. All of the goal scorer props came in yesterday and into today with Ronaldo. Can I see the exact score tickets, please? Can I see someone who had Portugal to win 5-0 and then these two clubs to... No?
To bring up a good point. Is that like 7 in a row now where the BTTS hasn't got there? 5-0, 0-0, 2-1 last night. Now 3-2, 3-0, 2-0. 0-0, 4-0. Okay.
Yeah.
We had a long stretch without,
Do I have this right?
Uruguay, Belgium, Iran was a big one. So that was our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was our first draw in 7 matches.
Boy,
it's a big one, though.
England and Ghana now on top of the pool here of that group at 4 points apiece, and now we're going to get Panama and Croatia coming up in about an hour. Do you have anything on that game?
BTTS.
Yeah, plenty of breakdowns on vsin.com, by the way.
Yes.
For that match.
No clean sheet for Panama in 8 straight. Games in Toronto. Croatia minus 1.5 plus 150, total of 2.5. Panama had some chances against Ghana. Tough loss. As we mentioned, Ghana scored in the 94th minute. I just think that a lot of people making the case for the over. I think, was it Nigel? The good write-up still on vsin.com, as you mentioned. But I think BTTS here and Croatia minus 220. Draw plus 360 coming up.
Yeah, it was Nigel Alex Blowers also with a breakdown on that game.
Okay.
I believe that he did both teams to score in over 2.5 and found a way
that.
to...
correlated stuff, right.
Yeah, and I think in the 6 matches so far that he has previewed on the website with that identical kind of breakdown and that kind of a bet, I believe 5 have won for him so far.
Yeah, I'm thinking of how creative you can get, because I think Netherlands puts it on Tunisia, and they just body bang them.
They absolutely should.
Yeah, you go over team total to win first half. I mean, see how much they let you do for this stuff. Because I know these guys have been doing a lot of correlated stuff, Luke as well, with the to win over the match and over the team total stuff as well that pays. And Alex has been doing it too. And we're all on Colombia coming up. I like them. Mitch likes them. Mitch bet them. The Meat Man likes them. And they take on Congo, which Congo has their maybe the look-ahead match coming up, where if they get through, they qualify. But can they also do that again after Portugal scores right away? They hold them in check the rest of the match, and it's somehow 1-1 with that great performance and a huge ticket cash with the draw on that one. So Colombia minus 180 seems short. They've won 7 of their last 11 by 2+ goals. The over is plus money in some spots. 9 of their last 11, Colombia, have gone over 2.5 and 8 goals in the last 3 matches for Colombia.
I'll give you one that I think I like as of right now on Thursday, and that is going to be Japan over Sweden.
Okay.
I think that's going to be a bet based on the number where Japan is almost like even money to win the match. I'm going to have myself involved in that match somehow, some way. Chris Macero, friend of the network, professional sports bettor, he found Ecuador at 300 to 1. Took a flyer on them.
Good case from the meat man.
Yeah. Because he said basically if they beat Germany, that number is going to not even be close to where it's at. And that for a lot of reasons. They're really good. And basically, like early on, once they get to the round of 32, the matchups potentially could favor them the way it looks. Let me tell you about this in the NBA draft tonight, because the numbers keep going up as we're live on the air here. And I'm looking at, it just ticked up again. Dabansa literally this second went to a $12 favorite at DK.
Yeah.
To go number 1.
Peterson moved 40 cents as well.
Yeah, Peterson's now 9 to 1. Peterson is minus 350 to go number 2. Carlos Boozer plus 370. This is from Jake Fisher, part of the Stein line covering the NBA. He put this out a little bit more than an hour ago. And that is, I believe that once Dabansa goes number 1 to Washington, that Duke's Cam Boozer is still under real consideration to be taken with Utah's selection at number 2. I have them. I have a bad number now on Boozer to go number 2 based on what has happened the last 2 days. I can't rule it out yet. I can't. And I won't. And I'm going to sit there and I hope that it comes through for me tonight. And then if that happens, then, because I bet Peterson to go first, and now at a terrible number, but also to go third, with Boozer to go second. So Boozer goes number 2. I think I'll cash that ticket and Peterson to go number 3. I also did some other stuff yesterday. It's a little bit unfortunate in the state where the Nevada Gaming Board makes sports books take draft props off, NBA or any draft basically, 24 hours before the event. I did get down on Acuff over 6.5 at some plus money to go 7 overall at plus 175. But you can still find this out there. Like top 10 pick overall. Steinbach from Washington. I bet him at 10 to 1. Oh, DK moved him to 5 to 1 today. And he was 9 or 10 to 1 earlier when I was checking their website. And I want to check right now what they have currently to go number 12. I bet Steinbach at around 12 to 1, and DK still has him at 12 to 1. The pick that you brought up, and you asked me the question earlier about Dusty Fox, would he have that much say? Maybe that was part of the deal when he took the job. Yeah. But 9th overall, I saw Julian Edlow tweet this out the other day. I'm like, I didn't know the 9th pick was available at this point, and so let me take a peek. But I bet Mara, Johnson, and Lendenborg, all at pretty decent numbers. They have all moved because I think some people are on that same idea. We'll find out. Worth a flyer. It was kind of a little bit of pizza money on those numbers at the time. So, are you invested much at all in the draft? Or
I just followed the steam. I think the chalk's going to hold up here. And I took Peterson minus 140 yesterday. He's up to 350. Boy, Boozer just went to 450 now to go third. Boy, it's moving crazy now. Wilson's $9. Wagler's minus 175 to go fifth. Acuff's up to 160 now to go seventh. I think I would say the chalk's going to get there, 1 through 5, and Acuff goes. I think the only question mark is what happens at 6
with the Nets.
Braun's now the favorite at minus 125, but that's where I think you could get your first curveball and surprise. And I think that's the first curveball that's coming. But I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to form, and you see the first 7 picks all chalk here, and all the moves are correct.
Yeah.
Based on what we're seeing, yeah.
By the way, for the record, Paulie and I, neither one of us overreacted and bet the Heat after they got Giannis last night. I think the number right now is absolutely. I actually think that when it was 30 to 1, unbettable. Based on the idea of what the team would look like after they would acquire Giannis, and now 14 to 1 in that neighborhood, no thank you.
Come on.
You can't bet that.
So Brian Windhorst is reporting they cannot keep Powell.
They can't even keep him?
That's what he's reporting. I do like that they got Portis, and they didn't have to take on that god-awful Kuzma deal. But they were in the play-in last year, and I know he missed some time, but the Bucks were 32-50. So now he goes to Miami, but you have to give up Jaquez, who was in the running for best sixth man. Hero's 20 a game. Powell's gone. He's 20 a game. What happens with Wiggins? And you're in a pretty good conference where I can say right now confidently, Detroit, Boston, the Knicks, the Cavs, the Pacers, better. Hawks, I think the Hawks are also better too. Your Hornets are going to be a good team.
Sure they
Hornets
are.
won 44 games. Can they get Sabonis? Can they make a trade? While they might be strong in a regular season as well, we'll see with Spoelstra. But also, does it change how they play? Last year, they were up-tempo and running and up and run and gun and shooting more threes. What does that look like with Giannis? Mm-hmm. And how does Spoelstra do? He's an excellent coach, but your spacing is going to really have issues here where you got Bam and Giannis, and now you're not surrounding them with a lot of shooters either.
Well, it's also the exact opposite of when LeBron signed there.
Right.
He went to a team that had D. Wade already, and Chris Bosh followed him.
But then they were able to get Battier and Miller.
For sure.
And these other guys I know. So
I don't know
how this is going to look and work, which I understand why they were desperate and wanted to do it, because Riley's in his 80s, and they've been in the play-in 4 years in a row, and you also have Bam who's ticked off.
He better have a couple of aces up his sleeve beyond this, by the way.
Yeah, I know. You got to get in other pieces.
Yeah. Did you take Pacers?
Yes.
Okay.
And I know while you were out, John Jastrzemski made the case for him at like 40. I mean, come on, 40-1? And they went to the Game 7 last year, and
Sure.
you had Zubac?
Sure. And by the way, clearly these Eastern Conference teams, once they make to the finals, I know the big bad West is deeper and better, but are you serious?
Yeah.
Like they're live. By the way, special edition of an NBA Draft edition of Hardwood Handicappers. Zach Cohen following us tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah, great job with the betting guide. It's out now, whether you're betting futures, win totals, division races, breakdowns of every team, win totals. Get it today. Get the football special, just $175. Everything we do through the Super Bowl. VSiN.com/subscribe. Get it now. Guide's phenomenal. $175 through the Super Bowl. VSiN.com/subscribe.
And we'll expand on that with some best bets that we have in pocket for the NFL coming up next year on VSiN.
So you're listening to this podcast because you want an edge. But what if I told you you're only halfway there? You've got the mindset. Now it's time to get the toolkit to match. Here's the thing. Pro bettors spend thousands on data and tools, but what they don't want you to know is you can get the same edge for a fraction of the cost with VSiN Pro. With VSiN Pro, you get access to expert picks, public betting data, prop projections, powerful tools, analytics, and more. Tap the link in the description and see why thousands of bettors are already using VSiN Pro to cash more bets.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Yeah, so the NFL betting guide is out right now. Paulie was telling you about that before the break. I have we all gave our predictions for divisions, conference winners, Super Bowl picks. I'd like to go back, actually, already. I made a mistake. I don't want to have the Chiefs as my team to win the AFC.
Okay.
I think it was more of...
You're allowed to do over.
When I was going through the AFC, I realized for the first time in a couple of years, I'm like, I don't love this conference at all. Usually the AFC now for, 4 or 5 years running, at least the way it seems is, my God, this is super deep and we have a ton of teams who could be elite. I kind of don't feel that way this year.
A lot of surprises in there. A lot of love for the Chargers. A ton of love for the Bengals. More people picked them to win the division than the Ravens. A lot of love for the Saints.
A lot of love for the Lions, which I'm part of.
16 picked them to win the division.
That was
only 3 picked the Packers.
That was my most surprising takeaway of all the division winners.
Yeah, and Dustin made a good point too off air. I could see the Vikings going to the NFC title game. I could see the Vikings missing the playoffs.
Oh, we got to bring on Paul Charchian soon to talk about that team. He has a very strong opinion about Minnesota this year.
Is it positive?
I'll leave it at that.
Give me a tease. Which direction?
downward.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
He doesn't like the acquisition of quarterback?
No, he just, the reason why, I'll just tell you right now. I'll tell you right now. He thinks that if they have injuries, he says that they have drafted miserably 4 years in a row.
Okay.
Hence that GM is now gone. And if they have any injuries, they're completely screwed.
Okay.
So no depth whatsoever on the team.
The major upgrade of quarterback. I also, there's a lot of picks in there. There's a lot of predictions. I love it. It's well done. The division previews, who's going to win, who's making the playoffs, Super Bowl, all this. I can't get there with Dustin and Will Hill, McVay 40-1 coach of the year.
Neither can I.
They're 6-1 to win the Super Bowl. How much? It's expected. You're supposed to win the division. You were 2 plays away from going to the Super Bowl last year, and then you got Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
And who knows what happens? Maybe you get Donald out of retirement. How much credits can he get?
I feel like we've gone down this path in recent years, kind of projecting which team could win 14, 15 games, and like that coach is good. And we've heard this, Andy Reid, great shot. Never has Andy Reid been in the running to win coach of the year like the last 5 years?
It's very hard to do. It's been done, but you're going to have to win 14, 15 games. And then just look at the odds, though. Who's up there? Like Vrabel last year, even, and we thought Ben Johnson got robbed, and Shanahan had a great case.
Well,
you're going to be, and look what McDonald did, and he couldn't even get in consideration.
I mean, the candidates last year were
it was nuts,
super deep.
But here you have to fade a Tennessee, a New Orleans, something like that, just to start out with, where a team stinks and they rise up, make the playoffs, or win like 9 games. That's what you have to do right off the bat, which seems to happen every year, though. So good luck fading that.
I would. How about a guy who we have discussed before, and this is a team that I'm super high in that I already brought up. What about, could this be Dan Campbell's year? What if they're the 1 seed in the NFC? They have the easiest schedule in the entire league. Goff put up crazy good numbers last year. This team is due for some positive injury regression.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
They have been struck big time by the bug. If they win like 14 games, that's going to be a guy who could be in the mix. But he won't win it if they win 12 games. But yeah, I just knew based on this is way before the schedule even came out. Based on Detroit's opponents this year, like absolutely, that's going to be the team I'm on. And so give it all to me. Over the win total to win the division, maybe even like the 1 seed overall or most wins. I get it. Rams are very, very good. The team most likely they're going to have to beat out, and probably to win the NFC as well with Detroit. I can't quit this team.
Plus 180 at DraftKings.
I bet it already.
Bears 3-1. That's not sustainable. Love the story. Good for Caleb and Ben, but you won almost every close game. And how many wins did you have when trailing in the final 2 minutes? They set a record. And here's if you get the guide, you will get some of these nuggets from VSiN's very own Steve Makinen. And some people will call them trends. I don't really care if you just poo-poo them, because I can't. Like I have to take these somewhat seriously. And here are the nuggets that he included with the Chicago Bears, because he bet under 9.5. Yeah.
So when you go back at recent history and you see teams that won 10 or more games while allowing 23 plus points per game, over the last 27 seasons, only 5 of 35 teams were better the next year, and the average win drop-off was 3.1 per season. By the way, that includes Washington with a 7-win drop-off a year ago. Also, to your point with the positive turnover differential, teams that had won 10 or more games against the spread are fade teams the next year. Of the 104 teams since 2009, 70 of them had win-loss records that declined by an average of 13% outright and against the spread. Furthermore, of the 94 that reached the playoffs, 40 failed to do so the follow-up season, including 5 teams last year. It's not an accident that it happens over and over and over again. Now, I say that knowing how much I love the combination of Ben Johnson at coach with Caleb Williams at quarterback. And so that's a scary proposition. But I just think everything that happened last year, they're the number 1 candidate to come back to the pack this season.
I have Browns win total under. They're going to win 6. If you want to go alts or if you're sensitive to the juice.
Yeah.
They're going to win 7 games. Come on. With their situation at quarterback and the weak skill position players. And I like their team. I like their talent. They're young, but I like Harbaugh. But in that division with that schedule, that's a big ask for the Giants to get to 500.
I know.
That's a big ask.
Somehow, yet again, the New York Giants have a brutal schedule.
I know.
This season.
Yes.
Now, and here's something I talked about with JVT today on Pod of the Futures, out right now. And that is, what if it works for the Giants? And what if they stay healthy this year?
Best case you're going?
Yeah,
I still think it's 8, 9 wins.
Oh, they can't get to 10 or 11?
I don't think so. No way. No.
I would say
they're a year away.
That's probably fair. But I know this, like Jackson Dart has a ton of weapons to work with.
Oh, yes, he does.
The tight end room is stacked. Theo Johnson, and they bring in Isaiah Likely. Let's assume Neighbors comes back. He's fully healthy. Same thing with Cam Scatterbo. I would say the ceiling here with Jackson Dart's actually in the MVP consideration.
Yeah,
if it works.
Got to stay healthy.
But that also speaks to Harbaugh is going to be then in the Coach of the Year running as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, are you fading the Patriots?
Well, I did not pick them to win the division.
Yeah, 20 had the Bills, 3 had New England.
Was that too many, you think?
No.
On Buffalo?
No. I understand the anti-New England stuff. Brutal schedule. I love the acquisition of A.J. Brown. But come on. The schedule you played, breaks went your way. I still think it could be a playoff team, but I think Buffalo can win the division. The other thing is what happens if something happens to May. There's an injury there.
Yeah.
I believe Cutlets is the backup. I'm stunned by that.
Tommy Cutlets?
Tommy Cutlets is the backup.
Ooh, boy.
That's bad.
Yeah, it is.
Not good, Bob.
Also, there are some other numbers to point at. Adam Burke had great breakdowns in the guide, including Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
So 8 of the last 10 have been first-round picks, and all 8 were in the top 10. Alvin Kamara is the last player to win Rookie of the Year who was not drafted in the first round. He was in the 3rd round. He won it in 2017. He made the case for Lemon to win the award. I don't have anybody in this market yet. I'm definitely not betting Jeremiah Love. Absolutely no way, no how. I'll give you this.
I think the Eagles have a big season. I think finally getting this A.J. Brown mess, and this could help Hurts. I think he has a big year, and I think Egbuka has a big year, and people are sleeping on Tampa. Too much Saints love.
Did you pick them to win the division?
Yes.
Buccaneers?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Egbuka was awesome in the first half of the season.
Well, he also had a ton of weapons, though, too. You know, Mike Evans.
No more Mike Evans there.
Mike Evans in San Francisco, which Dustin loves it. Mackinnon loves the other way, his prop under. But I could see Purdy and Evans having a good relationship.
Yeah. I thought Dustin in the guide made a good case for Purdy MVP.
Yes, he read that down yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't hate that either. I don't think that's a hot take either.
I don't. He's going to put up really good numbers.
I don't mind that. No.
Yep. So there you go.
I'm on board with that one.
And you're going to get way more than that. I mean, there's a great breakdown, something we talk about, and we will more as the summer progresses, but the alternate win totals breakdown. Mm-hmm. And if you like these teams, one way or the other, you must consider betting them alternate, either under or over with their win totals. The guide is out now. It looks great as always. Tons of great information. vsin.com/subscribe. Up next, Derek Stevens, owner, CEO of this great property, makes his weekly appearance. How big was it for the book that England did not beat Ghana earlier this afternoon?
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Busiest June I can ever remember. Best June I can ever remember.
Yeah.
It might be the best World Cup so far that I can also ever remember. But also we're set up, and Derek Stevens joins the program now. He's the owner and the CEO of Circa Las Vegas. His weekly spot is with us now on Tuesdays at 6:30 Eastern time. Perfect time zone obviously helps out as well. All these games right in our wheelhouse is a beautiful thing.
You know, you brought it up last week. World Cup fever. You asked me right when we were going off air, and I said, "Yeah, I caught it." A lot of us that you wouldn't say would normally be soccer fans have caught this World Cup fever. We love it.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what. The ratings. Obviously, we've all seen the stories about the ratings. You've seen it physically in here. The impact on some teams and what it's had on our hotel business and our casino business, sportsbook. Mexico's unbelievable for us here.
Yeah.
U.S. is unbelievable. Brazil's been very good. Argentina was good, and seeing how this is going to play out. England's been good. I mean, it had a big impact on Stadium Swim this morning. This is such a big deal that it's impacting. I think it's going to impact a lot of publicly traded companies' quarters. We're privately held, and it's impacting our quarter. I can tell you that.
It has to.
I mean, you just said the best June ever. It sure is.
Yeah, well, there you go. That backs it up then.
Your VP, GM, David Rossborough, had a good line. I'm not even a soccer guy, but you get goosebumps with the USA chants and the play. So are you happy with your team that the place was packed elbow to elbow Friday, bringing people in and keeping people here on a holiday?
Yeah, this has been amazing. I mean, I thought we had great NHL and NBA playoffs. They end about the same time, and then this just kicks in and boom, just accelerates. I mean, it's going to take us through the first couple weeks of July, and then we're not holding our breath for 10 weeks like we usually are for football to start.
This is going to be the quickest off season for the NFL for everybody that I can ever remember. I mean, I remember '94 a little bit. I was also in high school. My buddies and I enjoyed the games, but do I really remember that much about it? No, not really. And certainly it's nothing like it is today. So again, like you said, this sports book looked great with the turnout by England today. Stadium Swim, evidently very, very strong. How were they betting the book? Was that a good result that they did not win? Were people parlaying them with Portugal and other favorites? Or
it looks like we won a little bit.
Okay.
Won a little bit. I mean, I do know that one thing I've come to realize that anytime there's a draw, I can't expect to see an update where we look good, because there's no question. Everybody bets a draw.
Here they are.
Oh, here everybody is.
They are.
People
caught on now?
I think what happened was the one day where it was the four game draw parlay. I think there's some people just trying to relive last week, but no, they're betting the draw. But no, we did it. We did okay. I think we did okay. Yeah, we're up a little bit.
They're betting the salami too?
Yeah, salami was our biggest thing that we needed today. We weren't in good shape after the first game with 5 goals, but after the second game, it nothing. We got a shot. So our total's 11.5. House needs the under 11.5 today. So they have been betting the salami pretty good each day.
They have pretty good every single day. Yeah. All right. So you don't need 7 goals combined in the last 2 matches.
Yes. Yep. Correct.
Okay.
That's a good market.
You also said that is this a today thing compared to previous days or previous weeks? But you said the Yerfy-Nerfy betting handle today here.
Oh, today
in baseball is crazy.
It's the Nerfy. The Yerfy-Nerfy market today has been unbelievable. I don't know if we had a number that was off a little bit, and all of a sudden we see this from time to time where all of a sudden somebody bets, yes on a Yerfy, and then we move it and bounces back. It's like this volley, like around the country where we're licensed, and it just goes back and forth. I can tell you though, the way it's playing out. Rays Royals game, House needs the Yerfy. We're way long on the Nerfy. But yeah, they've been betting them. They've been betting all of them, parlaying them all. It's amazing.
Okay, and today is like more so than
today is definitely more so than an average day. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were talking about our NFL guide earlier. Obviously, you're a Detroit guy. Second time in 3 years, they're my team. I think Detroit has a chance to do a lot of damage this year, Derek. I'm talking win 13, 14 games, their division. They need to stay healthy, which they're due for some regression there. But there's so much to like with this team. Their schedule is so easy.
Yep. Yeah, I think I was with you when I threw a number like that out. Yeah, I think everything could line up if they could avoid injuries. Yeah, I could see this team winning 13 or 14.
In that division? Boy, that's aggressive.
I'm down on Green Bay.
Why?
I think they're a non-playoff team.
Oh, wow.
The Parsons injury absolutely scares me.
Yeah. Bears have come down. Regression.
Bears do scare me, but they're going to have some regression.
Vikings are a wild card.
I like the Vikings ceiling, but that comment from Charchian scares me on them.
Okay.
What Charchian said?
He's hated their drafts have been terrible 4 years running. It's the reason why the GM got fired. If they have he hates the depth. Depth is not good. If they have injuries, forget about it.
Okay.
So it takes you back to the Lions.
And I liked them anyway.
Yeah.
Based on who they were going to play this year.
Yeah. How did it work out publicity-wise standpoint, reaching out to Freddie? And if you heard back from Freddie with stuff on social media, this kid's exploded.
Freddie, yeah, what an American story this is. I don't even know if he's real. You think he's real?
I don't know what's going on. It's getting. He doesn't respond. You offer a private jet, he doesn't respond, and then he's my flight got canceled. Governor's reaching out, airlines reaching out.
Yeah.
Can't see his face. He can take 3 months off. He doesn't work. What's going on?
I think we made him a pretty good offer at that point in time.
Yes, you did.
After that, the offers just keep escalating. So we backed off. We reached out a couple times, and he seems to be staying in the Midwest and the Northeast. So he's like looping around doing his thing. It's good for America. I will tell you though, it's pretty cool to watch all these Europeans come in and be enamored with things we get accustomed to. You know, the way they look at what it's like to walk into a Costco or walk into a fast food restaurant. We got it pretty good around here, and it's kind of nice to see it.
Lives were changed when he went to Raising Cane's.
Yeah. Oh, did you see? I think it was the South Korean fans who sat down at a Mexican restaurant, and all of a sudden there's a big bowl of chips and like guacamole and salsa, and they're like, "We didn't order these. No, I don't want these." They're like, "No, you didn't. This is all comes." And they're like, "Wait, what? We don't have to order this stuff. You just bring it to us and it's free."
Okay.
And then all of a sudden our thing was empty, and before we could even blink, here's more. Just keep it. I'm like, what is happening right now?
Not bad.
And the joy of these countries like celebrating together.
We forget about like the free refills. You know, they fill you up with. You know, you go to a breakfast place, you get a little extra coffee. You go to fill you up with an extra jumbo Coke or whatever.
How about the Norwegian fans yesterday in Manhattan?
Man, that's awesome.
Those videos were insane.
We're doing our best to try to get some Scottish fans and Norwegian fans out to Vegas. I want to see if we can get them. You know, the Norwegian guys rowing the escalator up to Stadium Swim.
Yes.
And we got to get some Scottish fans over here singing John Denver for 2 hours.
There you
straight.
go.
Yes.
Do you know why the city of Las Vegas said we don't want World Cup games?
Yeah, it's because we help build a world-class arena, maybe the nicest football stadium at that time. And right when the bids were coming in, it's like, okay, we got to destroy a $300 million addition to be able to do it. Remember, it wasn't all that long ago that there was a lot of questions on whether Allegiant made sense. In retrospect, Allegiant was probably the best investment you could have ever dreamed of on a public-private investment. How many jobs and concerts and things it's brought. But there was a thought; it was designed for one reason, and we're not gonna tear it apart. Remembering you got that little toaster slice to bring the grass in and out, but it only fit the size of a football field. So they were saying, why are we going to spend $300 million to try to land between 4 and 6 games? So it was a reasonable position at that time for a brand new stadium. Why destroy it?
Okay, that's a good answer.
Good.
I didn't know that, and certainly that makes a lot of sense then.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody wishes we'd have been one of the cities right now, but on an investment that was questionable at that time to destroy a big chunk of it and spend an extra $300 million when remember the public was up in arms about this.
They were.
Yeah,
They
right.
were.
A little different today.
CircaLasVegas.com and CircaSports.com. Get your schedules and book your room and get in the contest. $30 million in guaranteed prizes. Entry starting at $1,000, all with no rake. Circa Million, 18 weeks, 128 ways to win. Circa Survivor, pick one winner each week. Last one standing wins. And Circa Grandissimo, we're up to 3 for the high rollers $100,000 entry. Enter in Nevada. Play from anywhere. $30 million guaranteed. Circasports.com for details. Circasports.com. Get in there now.
How are you feeling, Derek, about 1,600 or so in the regular Survivor right now?
I love it. We're on a good pace right now. And you know what? If we would have had something here, Scotland would have been here. I know we got a lot of friends at Nesson. We would not have run out of beer in Las Vegas.
And no chance. Great to see you again. Thank you for the time as always. Our in-pocket plays are coming up next here on VSiN.
To determine the winner of any given college basketball game.
Someone gives you 10,000 to 1 on anything. You take it. Take it. Take it.
I bet you $20 I can get you gambling before the end of the day. No way. I'll give you 3 to 1 odds. Nope. 5 to 1. Nope. 10 to 1. You're out.
All right. It was riding Angel Reese one more time. She had gone over her points 6 games in a row, but she was 4 of 13 and had 11 points in the win last night for the Dream, so that was no good. But it was a fun run. And again, the attempts have been there. We're in a world of hurt here. Tournament, own goals under for the World Cup, 10.5, we're at 9. Iraq, fewest goals in the tournament, 8-1, they're on 1. Games to go to penalty shootouts over 4.5. Going to get good tomorrow, going to be a lot of fun. 6 matches tomorrow. Increments of 3, 2 at the same time. Brazil and Morocco parlay, $1.50, $1.60. Brazil first. They should bury Scotland. They should. First half, minus 115. And a Brazil, Netherlands, Ivory Coast parlay as well. Shop that for the price. Nerfy tonight, Guardians and White Sox. 15 in a row, no for Messick. He goes against Burke. South Korea to beat South America. This is a little funky here. It's hardcore. I'll do a deeper dive in this later in the week. This is Saturday night in Kansas City. I believe both teams are through with a draw. There's a case to be made that the losers are better off in Austria, Algeria. With the winner would get Spain, the loser would get this club. So I'm going to go under 2.5 there, and they're both content to get a draw anyways, perhaps. That interesting article that was up today about, they call it the mess in Kansas City. And a Senegal, Belgium parlay, minus 280, minus $2, minus 180. Depends where you shop that as well. Get ready for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday with 6 matches a day. Going to be a lot of fun. Good luck, everyone.
Back at you, Pauly. Okay, this goes back to the U.S. Open with the golf.
Schauffele, come on.
What was he, second place?
Yes.
3 under going into Saturday.
Finished 11th.
He finished 11th.
Yep.
That was a loser, but he did finish in the top 20, which was a winner. Fitzpatrick finished.
What happened to him?
22nd.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. If
He's in the mix, too.
If he had a better stroke, he would have been, I think, top 17. So that was no good. Cam Smith, no good. Top 40. Harry English, no good. Top 40. Gary Woodland did get there. Plus 160, top 40. Didn't he finish 7th? Top 10? Woodland?
I believe so, yeah.
And Panama draw. This is so many matches ago now. Draw no bet. Oh, yeah. Okay, now it's coming
Gone
back.
on the 94th minute.
Oh, my God, did I have some vicious beats in a row in soccer. That was one of them. Yeah, I had Panama draw no bet, and Ghana got me in the 94th minute overall to lose that bet. The Netherlands to reach the quarterfinals at plus 140. Same with Morocco, plus 330.
Yeah.
All right, I have bad numbers here. But I'm still holding out some hope. I'll go with Boozer here, second overall pick first. And the thought is that the Jazz just like him so much, and his father obviously is in the front office. And all those reports of, yeah, they actually kind of like him more than Peterson. And now did the Peterson number move because he said that he met with the Jazz? I don't know. So
let me chime in. I think it's a little bit of that. I also think it's a couple, as I said earlier, it's a couple respected guys who cover the league that for weeks had mocked him had it Boozer 2, Peterson 3, and then switched it at the last second.
Okay.
So I think, yeah, there's some smoke there.
As of right now, I lose all these bets. Peterson going first, that's a bad number. Now, if Boozer goes second, that's a winner along with Peterson to go third. But I hope they call Cam Boozer number 2 tonight overall based on those bets. New stuff that we got here. Hey, I'm going to go Hans Steinbach from Washington. FanDuel right now has him, you can get down on this top 10 at 19-1. We'll go 0.2 units on that one. DK has 5-1. I think there's a shot where he goes that high. I'm on, I already like Colombia, -1 against the Congo. I think Colombia can really pop here in this tournament. They looked awesome.
I laid 180.
Okay, to win it outright.
They should win, yes.
Yep. I got them one here, -105. Yeah. And I'm tailing Meatman on this. The South Korea, great breakdown. An hour and 15 minutes ago. If you missed it, you can go back and listen to the Follow the Money podcast. But South Korea, South Africa, over 2.5. He said, I can't believe the number is even money over 2.5. Well, you can find plus money out there, like plus 113, or maybe you can find even better on that. So I got to go over 2.5 in that match. That's Wednesday night.
I was impressed with them against Mexico. They deserved the better fate.
I would agree.
An outcome in that match. The all-new VSiN NFL betting guide out now. Whether you're betting futures, win totals, MVP, Rookie of the Year. Get ahead of the market before camp opens. Breakdowns of every team, projected win totals, best bets from VSiN experts, power ratings. Get it today with our football special, just $175. The sooner you sign up, more value you get. Full access to everything we do across every sport through the Super Bowl. Real-time betting splits, DK and Circa. AI-powered prop projections. VSiN.com/subscribe. Get up there now, VSiN.com/subscribe. Draft tonight, second round tomorrow. It's getting juicy. Getting very interesting. Shams with the report. The Celtics are open for business. They are listening, engaging, and discussing trades around Jaylen Brown. So even though they didn't get Giannis, Brown stays put. But earlier today on ESPN, this was Brian Windhorst that expect the Celtics to make a deal here and maybe move Brown.
Boston is in a situation where they have put for the whole world out there Jaylen Brown, their finals MVP. They, of course, knew it was possible they were going to lose to Miami. They wanted to win. They made a very strong offer, but they were not willing to put their entire team in. They were not willing to put other pieces in because on the other side of this trade, they had to have a team. And so now what I expect to happen is a bidding war for Jaylen Brown from other teams in the league. In the most recent days, teams have been preparing for this eventuality, that it wouldn't be the Boston Celtics who won the Giannis sweepstakes and that there would be a Jaylen Brown market. And so we're going to watch that. I think it'll take some time to play out, but if there's a draft pick involved, it could happen today. I don't think that's likely, but it could happen today.
Wow. There's also this angle. Jaylen Brown's probably going to tell Boston, yeah, I'm good. Get me out of here.
Could be.
Right? So I'll give you this, too. This is from Kurt Heelan, who covers the NBA for NBC Sports. The Rockets and Hawks are expected to be at the front of the line in the sweepstakes for Jaylen Brown. If Brown becomes available, look for Houston or Atlanta to be at the front of the line with a number of other teams. Portland is said to be interested in the mix. The challenge, the number one challenge is going to be matching the salary, which is $57.1 million next season and totals $183 million over the next 3 years. But he also, I mean, the year that he had this past year proving how good he is without Jason Tatum, I buy into the idea they're getting rid of the wrong guy.
Okay. I'd love to see him go to Portland or Atlanta. I think that'd be good.
Yeah.
And
I think that'd be great.
You can't tell me Miami's better than Atlanta. Once they got rid of Trae Young and how they took off and won 15-16, and they gave the Knicks the toughest series. I mean, come on.
And I also
beat them twice.
I don't know if they're better than the Hornets. They
I like your Hornets team.
They have a lottery pick tonight.
You're right.
And they could be aggressive in the offseason.
Could get Sabonis. Yes. It'll be fun tonight. I think we'll see some trades. And I think that the if you follow this team, I think you'll do well tonight. I think the moves are going to be correct. But maybe you could get a surprise. And we know this from the NFL draft. If there's one trade early on, especially in the top 10, that screws everything up.
Oh, yeah.
The salami is out tomorrow already. World Cup Grand Salami.
6 matches?
16.5, under minus 130.
Okay.
Interesting market.
Yeah, you got to go over and look at the totals for all the games and see how the math works out of that. And there's the overall matchups as well. And see if you like one to explode. I mean, if you bet the over today based on maybe liking the Portugal game over because that total was 3, by the way, and that juice moved, I think, big time before the match started, and they got 5 for you. Well, you were certainly thinking, well, this is automatically going to be a winner because now I'm going to get a couple, maybe 3 in the England match, and then you get 0 to correct itself. I like what I'm joking. The exact score ticket of 5-0 Portugal and 0-0 Ghana and England. That has to be 150 to 1. That's got to be as big as the guy scoring 2 goals each yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, yeah, with the 6, you probably, yeah. Derek said they needed the yes. It's 2-1 Royals in the first. Needed the Yerfie.
Well, when a guy like that tells you what they need, then.
At that, yeah. Kansas City gets 2. Tampa answers. And tough loss. Where are we at? Marlins still lead? Marlins with a 1-game lead? 2-game lead?
2-game, I believe. 2-game lead.
2-game lead with a week left. Not bad. Most wins in June. That's a nice ticket.
I have 3 losers coming this month.
It's all, yeah.
Oh, I don't have the Marlins. No. This is awesome. A special edition, Hardwood Handicappers. A draft edition coming up next for a full hour. Zach Cohen loves the sport. He's going to be dynamite covering this thing, leading into VSiN Primetime Betting the Draft. You have to have us on a screen tonight, specifically on YouTube TV. Also listening to Matt and Tim take you through the entire evening. Best of luck.